Good morning. Changing out my glasses. Okay, so I think I have all messages up. All right, so today's project. Here we are. We all talked about binding yesterday, folding over binding. So I have finished quilts, quilted quilts. Look at that, long-armed. Good morning, Muriel. And I am going to show you what I do. So I come in here, I trim off any excess batting. There's not that much here because I pretty much started it right at the top when I long-armed it. And so here we go. You can leave a 1/4 of an inch. It's really up to you. It's your preference on how you want to trim stuff, okay? I'm just gonna, right now, you're just gonna just see what I'm doing and kind of, good morning, Muriel, Melanie, Donna, Linda, and see what I'm going to do. Everybody has their own way of doing this. This is what I find that works for me. I love this ruler. This one I acquired last year. Absolutely love it. But I wish it was one that, they make one now that's longer and 12.5 maybe, and I would love that one. Good morning, Jamie and Joyce. And here we go. So I am going to come in here and trim 1 1/4. So I come in here and I go to the end, like the end of my quilt, and I start cutting 1 1/4 inch in. All right. Good morning, Nikki. It is raining here this morning. Not really that great at all. And today I have planned that I'm meeting up with another quilter. Yes, another quilter. So my son's girlfriend, her grandmother is an amazing quilter. Her quilts look like something out of a picture. She does, I guess, I don't know, what's the term for that? It's not scrapbook quilting. Collage quilting. And some of her quilts are 3-dimensional. And I've never met her, and she's come on vacation and she wants to meet me, and so I'm going to meet her today. I'm excited to do that. And I'm really close to the selvage, but it's okay because it's going to be hidden. Good morning, Sheila. We'll see if it's raining over here. I don't think it is. Okay. And good morning, Aisha. Aisha's having a live. What day is your live, or did I miss it? I saw it when I was perusing. Now, I'm a little short here, to tell you the truth, because I cut off this selvage. This is what I was using, but I still will have, just by 1/8 of an inch, I still will have plenty. I will just, so no need to fret if that should happen to you. It's not raining. Where do you live again, Joyce? I forgot. I forgot where you're from. I have so many people on here. Sheila's up this morning. If you fall back asleep, don't worry. You need to take care of yourself. That's my #1 motto. I want everyone to make sure they listen to their body. We got 1.5 inches of rain yesterday in Missouri. All right. So what I do is I take all this and I put this aside, and then I stick them in for my scraps. And I come in and measure 1 1/4. June 19th at 12 p.m. is Aisha's Handmade Items live. Just in case if you're all interested, go over to her channel. You will see her live there. I went on Deb's. I was on Deb's live yesterday, and then I fell asleep. So I know how it is. I was on there chatting, and then I don't know. I woke up, and it was over, and I think it was like 5 something too. My honey came home, and he opened the door, and that's what woke me up. I fell asleep with the phone on me, on the side of me yesterday. That I know, I totally get it, Sheila. I felt so bad. I was gonna text her and say, listen, I was there. She got my watch hours. If Deb's on here, you got my watch hours. I just fell asleep. I was in and out. When I put her live on, I had been in and out from work. You know, I had worked earlier that day and I was just tired. Went home early as usual. So I just did loops, and I did use variegated thread. You probably could see the variegated thread more in the front. So this is the finished. So yesterday I was making this on my live, and I ended up putting 1 3/4 inch is what worked in here. I first cut 1 1/2 inches, but then I cut 2 inches, and then I took 1/4 off from each. So no, but from each strip it would have been 1 3/4. It would have been perfect. I did trim just to get the right exact size. So I did a 2 inch and then trimmed right to the exact size. And then it came out much smaller than I thought, so I had to add a border. And I had this. And I thought, because it was looking Christmassy to me and reading Christmassy, when I put this border next to it, I felt like it had all the colors in there and it made it less Christmassy. It's for a little girl. And look at the back. So cute, woodland animals. Frozen. This keeps happening to Melanie. That happened yesterday to her. It's just me. Aw. All right, so that's one here. And then I'm going to put this aside. And we are going to go to, how many did I do? Yes, did I just do 2? I thought I did more than, I thought I had 4. Hold on. I had this one. I had, oh, the one with the squirrels in the back. Where's the one with the squirrels in the back? Hold on. Here it is. Here is the other one, which has the strip piecing method. So that's on there. And then I use the deer on the back of this. Added a lot to the quilt, yes. So now I'm going to do the same here. And what's great is about these, I just had to put them on my long arm, just, you know, with the fabric. So this is my scraps. And now what I am going to do is I'm going to start here because this has a nice selvage, and I want to keep this selvage because, you know, for that one day I'm going to do this. One day. I don't know when the one day is going to be, but here we go. So again, I'm coming in here 1 1/4 inch. I trim my batting when it's on my long arm. I find it much easier. I used to trim it on here, and then I would nick the fabric, and then I couldn't turn it over to the front. So I have revamped how I've done it, and I've had less accidents that way. So here we go. I'll keep that there. And this one can come this way. I missed your live yesterday, but watched when I got home from shopping. Oh, thank you. And this one here is for a boy. So woodland must be the theme mamas are going for right now, because both of these mamas were going with a woodland theme. And again, this one is for a boy, and the other one I just showed you was for a girl. So it was great that I had this woodland fabric. I thought it was so cute. Look at that, little bunnies and deers. Bambi. So cute. But yeah, so I was glad I had it. And currently right now, not to say that there's not going to be a baby here that I may need to bring a blanket for, make a quilt for, but I have one more woodland panel, and I told you there was 3. I don't know, maybe there's more in this series, but I received 3 from one of you subscribers. And I had decided that I'm going to do it today. And I'm just going to have it, and I will long arm it today because it's raining, and then I'll have it in my stash just in case while I'm recuperating. If there's that last minute baby or that last minute pass it forward quilt that's needed for a baby, I will have it in my stash. There we are. And then here we are. So this one is done. Super cute. I love it. And it went by so quick too. I think I got up today at 5 o'clock, and I managed to get these 4 baby quilts all done up. Now, I had the backing ironed out last night, because I took such a long nap that I was up till about 8:30, 9 o'clock. And so I was doing some stuff. I do love this woodland theme. Did I miss something? Yes, Sheila, on my live, but I can't talk about it because it'll make me, I don't want to cry again. It was a couple of days ago. It wasn't this last live. It was, I don't even, oh, well, yeah, I should, because I went to the doctor's on Wednesday, so it would be Thursday's live. I'm getting better. It's sinking in. All right, so now we're working on that psychedelic-ish quilt for the twins. So again, I'm going to come in here 1.25 inches, and I'm just going to trim all the way. All the way over. Let's see. I picked up 2 king-size quilts in the clearance section, and I'm going to turn them into sleeping bags. Oh, that sounds like fun. Yeah, it is the first part. All right, so now I have 2. Look, because when I just took this whole like long piece and then did the whole thing, and then what I did is I cut my batting, and then started a new quilt because they were both getting the same backing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that apart. So I did the 1.25 inches, and I'm going to come over here. How much are you cutting for? What do you mean? Oh, 1.25. 1.25. I do 1.25. That's the one the size I like is 1.25. Some people will do 1.5. Some people will do 1 inch. It's personal to what you like. It's something that you have to experiment and decide what size you like to play with. For me, it happens to be 1.25. I feel like 1.5 is almost too much, and 1 is just too little. I've tried both. So I'm going to come in here. All right, I released the quilt from the other quilt. So now I could come over and do the sides. Good morning, Deb. I was just apologizing. I fell asleep on you. You were not boring. You did a fabulous live, but if you wonder why all of a sudden I got real quiet. Yes, and I woke up at almost 5:30 actually. Between 5:30 and 5:15. I don't remember, when Honey came home from work. He's like, "You're still in bed?" I was like, "Well, I didn't get out of school until 2, so I did more than a half a day." And then I came home and I actually went right to my bedroom, put my feet up and laid down, but I was in and out of consciousness, Deb. Then I saw you came. I knew you were coming on because it's Friday's your day, but I didn't get a full nap in prior to it. So, yep. So you got my watch hours, because I woke up and my phone was like next to me, like, I don't know, like I had it on me at some point, and at some point it must have just fell off of me and ended up on my side. That happens all the time, especially like when I wake up at 1 a.m. in the morning and I put on something and I'll fall asleep and my phone's always like by my pillow. It's probably not good for you. I was a chatty Cathy. Well, when he came in, first thing I did was look at my phone and go, "Oh, maybe she's still on." I felt so bad. I was like, I hope she doesn't take it personal. So this is the front, which we've seen, and then this is the back, and I use variegated thread as well on this. The other one had, so I have really a lot of variegated threads. This variegated thread I used on this was this one right here, right? And then the one I used on the deers, oh, it's on my long arm. It's another variegated thread, but it's all like tans, creams. This one's all whites and like pastels. And the other one's tans and creams and goldish, and yeah. I like my variegated threads. Those are reversible, yes. Yeah, I do. I thought it was great. And I like it. It says, "Follow your dreams, adventure awaits, be brave." It's all the good things that kiddos should know about themselves. So that's it. And then the gray that's in here is the coordinating fabric for the backing. And actually, these rainbows is the coordinating fabric. And then there's hearts on here, so I just picked those hearts. It all looks good. Look, let me see. Let's see if I can. There we go. I think it looks good. So that's what we're looking at. And okay, so I cannot bend over and twist. So what I'm supposed to do is get on my hands and knees if I need something, or squat down. So let me tell you, I think my legs are going to get nice and strong, because this is not what I ever do. I never just go down with my knees and up. All right, so here we have our last one to trim. See, it goes by quickly. And so I have this. Yes, this morning I had everything prepped. All my tops were pressed yesterday, and my backings were pressed. So all I had to do was load the machine. And when you have just one width of fabric and you don't have to do, you know, all the piecing, it goes by really quick. So here is this. Lots of strips end up having. All right, now we're gonna come on this side. There we go. Yeah, I did shopping with Honey, not yesterday, the day before, food shopping. Next time I'm just going to, if he continues working this much, I'm going to just order the food. I've never done that, and then just show up, and then they just come outside and load it into your car. I think Walmart does it, and I never shopped at Walmart for food, but if they're going to offer that, that's great. And then our grocery store, one of our grocery stores, or maybe both of them do it. I don't know. I'm going to try that. But I went grocery shopping. It was great. I was just pushing the cart, and he was just putting stuff in and doing all that. It was great. And in Puerto Rico, I asked my mom if they have that service. Because if I go for about a week and a half or a week, I have to for my mental health before I go under. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. If they have that service, and she found out that they do. They do it there at Walmart and Selectos. Mr. Special doesn't do it, which is the one I like to go to, but that's okay. So there we go. I have all those. So that will be this weekend's thing. And then this is what I have left for scraps, because we can never get ready for scraps. I ordered delivery all the time. I have a subscription. Well, when I lived in Texas very long ago, there was a service called Peapod. I don't know if you remember that. Peapod. I don't know who did Peapod, but that was like when internet was just getting new and you had dial-up and this, and you can go on this Peapod and order. And when I was pregnant with Luke, I had 2 young kiddos, and then I was pregnant with Luke, and I couldn't, because I have issues with my kids, and I didn't want to, especially with my second, I had to be off my feet for 8 weeks and bed bound with like minimal showers and all this, the stuff that I have gone through. And so with my third one, they wanted me to be very careful. So I used to order, because at that time, my ex-husband, I never saw him. He was always at work or doing whatever it was that he was doing. And so you could order online, and they used to come and deliver it and bring it right into your house. And but then when I moved here, there was no such thing, so I never had done anything like that since. And during COVID, I had Misfit Market that used to be delivered in the mail to my house, but they don't do delivery to where I live, because I live really away from where the grocery store and everything is. It's over a half hour, so they don't deliver to my area. If you live like within that city bounds, they'll deliver to you. So you have to pick it up. But hey, if all I have to do is pop my trunk and they put it in there, and then one of my kiddos or my honey's home and they can take it out, we're good. We are good. All right, so what I am going to do is start cutting and for another quilt. So here is another fabric from that line. Again, this line is called Little Ones by Dawn Rosengren of Little Love Farm for Henry Glass Fabrics. So I am going to go ahead and I am going to start cutting for this quilt. So I'm going to use the little squirrels with the little birdies. It's so cute. I have not used this coordinating fabric yet. You have not seen this coordinating fabric. And so I'm going to go ahead. Oh, look at that. That is like perfect. But I will give it a slice. Okay. Here we are. And I'm going to do my first measurement. So I can't give you this because I came across this pattern when I was looking for something else. And let's see. I think I'm going to need 2 Well, let's see. Let's see what I can get. Here we go. But yes, so we're gonna cut some fabric out. And this one should go quick. I'm gonna show you shortcuts on this. So this is the pattern. Nursery rhymes. So, and it uses a block, a size block that I need. So I am going to go ahead and, oh, I don't even know how many of these I need. Okay. So I'm going to cut these out. So I'm going to show you the panel. It is 12 cute little blocks. And this pattern uses, doesn't use panels. I'm not ready to cut this wrong. It doesn't use panels, but I am going to use a panel. So 2, 4, 8. Okay, so I need one more strip. And then I'm going to put this away. This may be the backing of the quilt. This last one that I'm doing. Because I have quite a bit of that. I love this selvage. Look how cute. These selvages are adorable. All right. You ready? I'm going to go on here and let's go play. We're going to play the feud. 8. I'm just going to cut these 2 pieces. And then we should be good. This is extra. All right, we're playing the feud. You ready? Name something that comes in through the window. Name something that comes in through the window. You have not seen this. This is also from the line. It is a basic gray stripe from the same line. Is the pattern free? No, but it's $2. It's a $2 pattern on Villa Rosa Designs. You can download it and an instant download, or you can buy them. It's called Nursery Rhymes. All right, so this one, wow, the person who gave me this, like, have this completely, there we go. And I need some of these. Now, again, I mainstreamed, you know me, I mainstreamed this how to construct this. The way they have you construct this is, it's up to you. I'm going to construct mine by strip piecing. They have you cut each piece out and put it on your squares. I'm going to just strip piece. How many did I have there? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I need 2 more. This lends itself also to using leftover jelly rolls, but I want to use this whole line on this, so it does call for just leftover jelly roll pieces. Okay, so we'll put that here. And let's see what the feud has to say. Let me go back, and here we go. All right. So name something that comes in through the window. I have sunlight. Sunlight is number 3. Good morning, Quilt Wench. How are you? Air. Air is the number 1 answer. Fresh air. Sun. Sun is on here. Sunshine. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Teresa. Teresa. Do you have burglar? A burglar? A burglar. Oh, yeah. A burglar will come through the window. Such a good idea. Thief. I never even thought of that. That's not on here, but that's a good answer. I like that answer. Bugs. Bugs is on here. Sounds. I don't have sounds, but noises. Daughter's boyfriend. That's cute. It's not on here though, but it's cute. Hi, Nancy. Oh, yeah. Are you feeling better? It's going to be painful until it's not, until it gets resolved. And so I just have to live with it. It's uncomfortable. It's not as bad as it was. A week ago or a week and a half ago, it was bad. Now it's pretty good because I have been off my feet and not working. So that really has helped. Okay, so 46 people said air or breeze. 12 said a bird. 12 said sunlight. 7 said, oh no, burglar is on here. I'm sorry, burglar is on here. Number 7. I don't know what I was looking at, so you all were right. 6 is mosquito. 5 is fly. And 4 is a ball. A ball? Okay, I don't get that one, but you know. Okay, I'm going to go grab the other 2 fabrics. I'm going to cut those. Name a reason you might not leave your house all day. Name a reason why you might not leave your house all day. And you've seen these. This is the bunny, and this is the deer one. I'm going to cut these together. The hardest part of this whole thing is going to be cutting out the panel, believe it or not. So the panel is bigger than the size that is needed. And that is fine because I can always make it smaller. I actually could always make a panel bigger too, actually. Think about it. We can all do that. All right. So I'll come in here and grab this. Cutting it a little different. Let's see if I could cut this way. Just want to make sure my stuff is even. Even Steven. All right. I'm going to come over here. And go all the way over. The birdies are singing outside. It's raining, but the birdies are out. I hear them. All right, so we are going to come in here and cut our strips. Two. So this says for fabric you need a 7/8 yard of focal fabric, 12 assorted 2.5-inch strips, 1 fat quarter for the accent fabric, and a 1/2 yard for binding. So that's what you're seeing here. Again, I'm going to take my strips We're going to move on over. Take this strip, move on over there, and then we are mainstreaming the pattern. Mainstreaming it for our taste. All right. Whoop. All right, let's see. I haven't even turned on my, we haven't even turned on my sewing machine yet. All right, so what do we have here? We have, don't forget to smash that like button. I says I have 61 people on and 11 likes. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in this morning. I appreciate you all. All right, name a reason you might not leave your house all day. Rain, which is the number one answer is bad weather, so yes. Sewing, I love that, Melanie. It's not on here, but yes, I would say that would be yes. Snowstorm, which is bad weather, snowed in. Sick, sick is number 2. People, yeah, some people may not want us, right? Yep. That would be true too. Police, migrant officers are outside. Yeah, you might not want to go out. I could see that. Taking care of someone. Yes. Well, no, I guess it's not on here. Sick is on here, but I agree because you're taking care of something. YouTube. Good morning, Jean. Yeah, YouTube would get us sometimes wrapped up waiting for the mail and food delivery. Yeah, my honey has to pick up the mail. That hasn't been done since my son went away for a little bit. He went on vacation. Crocheting, like that. It should say hobbies because I think hobbies is storming, flooding. That's all bad weather according to them. You don't want to miss the Jehovah's Witness testimony. The day, okay. Zombies. And that's watching TV. You know what? Watching TV is the same as YouTube. So we're going to say yes. That's number 3. YouTube, watching TV. Yeah, we're going to say that. Hiding from the solar salesman. Oh, I know. And they are all over in Puerto Rico. They are trying to track you down, I swear. Baking Christmas cookies. That sounds good. Zombies. Not on here, but good. Your ex is outside. That is funny. Yes. Yeah, you might want to hide from them, huh? Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, my people. Projects. Working at home. Okay, that would be good. Oh, look at Dominique here today. Good morning. Watching football all day. That would be Sheila's thing. She'd be watching football all day. Good morning, Carla. So here it is. This is what the feud. I'm now Steve Harvey, but I'll try. Name a reason you might not leave your house all day. 40 people say it's bad weather. 28 say that they're sick. 7 say that they watch TV. 4 say it's because they have their day off. 3 say because they're waiting for the repairman. That is the dreaded one because it's always when I don't want to wait for the repairman that I have to be home all day. And it's always like a nice sunny day. It's never like a crappy day like now. And number 3, too tired. Yes. So that's what we have for that. Oh, I need to go grab these other ones. Ready? Here we go. Yeah, we did those yesterday. Okay. Before a couple gets married, oh, you're on your honeymoon? That's a good one too. Before a couple gets married, name something they should agree about. Something they should agree about. So I am going to take one of what I'm going to call my background, right, which is this stripe, and one of my novelty prints. This one happens to be the little deer. And we will do that. Having kids. Thank you, Deb. Let's see, I didn't read it, so thank you for looking out. kids, having kids, having kids. Kids is definitely on here. That's the number one answer. If they want kids, yeah, it says have or raise kids. Number one answer. Money, yes, money is one of them. Good morning, Joydy. Where they're going to be live. Where they're going to live. Yes, that's number 3. So we have kids, money, live, and who will raise their kids. Okay, there's one more. One more. It's actually a pretty big one. Religion. Sheila's got it. Religion. So 44 said to have or raise children. 36 said money. 9 said where to live. And 3 is religion. Yes. All right. Oh, here we go. Ready? Name someone who might know more about a man than his own wife. Good morning, Maria. Name someone who might know more about a man than his own wife. His mother. Good morning, Carla. Mother. Yep, his parent is number 1 answer. Secretary, that's a good one. Normally secretaries know a lot about you. That's not on here. His buddies, yep, his best friends, that's number 2. His boss, that's not on here either. I don't agree with number 3. Just putting it out there. His doctor, yep, it's the last one, but yes, his doctor. Yeah, father's siblings, that's his siblings is another one. So we've got 2 on here that we have not said. Yes, Joydy, his mistress is number 3. His mistress is number 3. And we have one more I didn't see. His ex. No. Yeah, his ex. Now that he has a mistress, he has an ex now. But yes, no. We've got one more. It's his best friend, but it's a different kind of best friend. Kids, hairstylists. It's a best friend, but a different kind. People say that this is another way of having a best friend. Yep, his dog. His dog. That's right. His dog. So 67 said his parents. 14 said his best friend, 8 said his mistress, 6 said his siblings, 2 said his dog, and 2 his doctor. All right. Name a disadvantage of owning a pet. Name a disadvantage of owning a pet. We got, okay. Therapist is a good one. Cost. It's not on here, but yeah, cost would be, well, feeding it. Let's say feeding it is cost, okay? Can't go nowhere. It's not on there. Oh, yep, less freedom. We'll say that's less freedom. Vet bills. It doesn't have that, but that is a good one. Cost is a good one. Short lives, not on here, right? Yeah. Let's see. Picking up the poop. Death. Totally is. Losing them is the worst. Yep. Shedding. Okay, so shedding fur, I'll say that's grooming. We'll go with that's grooming. All right. Hard to travel. Tearing up. Oh, tearing up the furniture. Let's see. It doesn't say that, but yes. Noise. Aw. Yes. So they have 66 say cleaning up. 10 says walking it. 9 says grooming it. 5 says less freedom. 4 says feeding it. And then 4 says their smell. Their smell. Didn't think about that. Their smell. Okay. Name a question a person who's afraid to fly might ask a flight attendant. It's called give them a bath. Okay, to hold their hand, sleeping pills is the plane safe, and do you have alcohol? Is the pilot sober? Okay, is pilot good is there? Is the plane safe? That's there. Yeah. There, that's all we have so far. Is the pilot good? And is the plane safe? They'll ask them for a blanket. That's a good one, but I don't have that there. Let me see. Good morning, everyone. So glad I get to catch a live on my way to work. Well, good morning. So 14 people asked, is the pilot good? 7 people asked, is the pilot safe? We actually have 7 answers. How long is the flight? Yes. How long is the flight? That's the number 1 answer, and 30 people said that. Sleeping pills. That's not on. Yeah, we don't have sleeping pills on here. All right, let's see. So 11 said, we got it. Sheila said, what's the weather like? What's the weather like? So 11 people asked what the weather's like. Then the next question was, you certified? They asked the flight attendant if they were certified. 10 people asked, will we crash? And 6 people said, what's that bump? And 7, I already said that one about the plane being safe. What's that bump? All right. Where's the bathroom? That's a good one. That wasn't on there. But yeah, oh, vomit bag, yeah. Those are all good. Those are all good ones. All right, name a downside to owning a fancy sports car. Insurance cost, the cost of insurance and maintenance. So high insurance, upkeep and repairs is 1, high insurance is number 2. I probably shouldn't be giving you the actual numbers on here now that I think about it. I watched the whole thing about copyright the other day and YouTube, so I probably shouldn't do that. But I can say yes to the questions. Having a place to store it, that's not on here, but yes, that is an issue. Opening doors into it from other people. Yes, let's see. People are jealous. They got that down, that people are jealous. Expensive repairs. Yes, that is the number 1 answer. So here we are. We're just feeding these right through. We're getting close. I think I have 2 more strips that I have to do. Keeping it from accidents. People keeping, yeah, that's, getting your car keyed, that's from those jealous people. All right, so ready? Here we go. Upkeep and repairs, high insurance, too small, expensive payment, gets stolen, uses a lot of gas, and people are jealous. Yes. Yep. Carjacking. Yep. That's all going on. So what are people working on right now? Is there a special pattern you are all working on and doing? All right, I'll give you something that's not on here. Let's see, question, just to see what everybody's answer is. Name something most quilters need in their sewing room. Name something a quilter would need in their sewing room. That should keep us entertained for a while. Right now, I'm working on eating a watermelon. Okay, just had hand surgery and I'm down for a few weeks. Well, we will send you lots and lots of love, affection, and prayers and special high energy, whatever it is you feel and you believe in. We're gonna send them to you. Has anyone tried the Dresden plate? Yes, Maria, I have. I've actually done it on one of my lives. Couple of my lives. What is this? I'm working on the strawberry quilt pattern I bought. Oh, that's good. Embroidery. I love eating watermelon. That's kind of funny. I just had I had peach, green tea, and decaffeinated, of course, and some. I don't think I'm saying it right. Samosas. I don't know. It's a Girl Scout cookie that has the coconut on the outside, and they look like a wreath shape with chocolate and caramel fabric, sewing machine, scissors. Okay, so now we're talking about what a quilter needs what a quilter needs. So we have fabric, sewing machine, scissors, ruler, rotary cutter, thread, needles, tables, yep. I'll have to show you. Once I do this, I'm going to show you the panel because I just realized what time it is. The time went by so fast because Sean, the guy who sews, comes on at 8 o'clock. I don't want to be into his time. He's had that slot forever. And I just realized how fast the time went. But I want to show you the panel. And then I am going to go downstairs and rest a little. That's why I didn't cut the panel. I was getting tired. All right, needles, thread, tables, iron, sewing machine, tools, fabric, patterns, pins, rulers, bobbins, tape measure. Strawberry quilts are so cute. They are. Samoa, that's it. TV, radio, audio book, time to sew. Can you say, never mind. Before I say anything, I have to read. Cutting tables, cutting mats, bobbins, good lighting. Hi, Aisha, and hi, Hala. Let's see. Those are my favorite Girl Scout cookies. Waist spin, inspiration, iron, and board. All right, let me show you the panel. Okay. So again, we're working on this pattern. And they have these like little corner stony things. That's going to be them. My strips you saw are going to be the side. And then these are the blocks. So these measure bigger than the size that's needed. But I can easily crop this to the size. And it's going to look super cute. It's not going to affect anything. Look at how cute. These are so cute. So these are just the animals. And because this pattern is made for regular yardage and not a panel, I will have to actually put this all out on my design board before I sew anything. Before I sew a single thing, I need to do that. So it looks like the panel repeats itself. It looks like there's 12 panels and you have 2 of each. But it is super sweet. I love it. Look at that. And I think it's going to look super cute in all of this. Zippers and buttons and notions. My daughter would love that owl block. Yes, so I think it's going to be super sweet. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Pass it forward. You will not. Oh, there's Annette. I was just thinking about you this morning. I was saying, I hope Annette's okay. I know the end of the year, it's crazy. Same thing at our school. And hope you're healing as well. I will not be on tomorrow because Deb and Lisa, the Awkward Quilter, so you go to Lisa's channel, the Awkward Quilter, they'll be on in the morning. Today, hi and bye, Andrea. Today we have Sean, the guy who sews. He's going to be on in a minute. Then you have Donnell, Stitchery. I think you have a lot of people on. There's a whole list. I should write the whole list down. What's the name of that panel you did the other day that is a book? It's the same, that is the same thing. So it's called Little Ones. Everything is called, every panel is called Little Ones. Little Ones by Dawn Rosengren of Little Love Farm for Henry Glass. Yeah, that's all I have. And that's the 3 panels that you've seen now. So have a great day. See you soon. See you, should be Monday. I should be good Monday. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.